We are back and better than ever. We are on the mics tonight for the start of the 2026 NCAA March Madness Tournament. Just like we did last year, Pops and I say hello.
Hello, hello.
What's up? We are coming to you doing a little bit of a full tournament breakdown. Selection Sunday was just upon us. We are starting in Dayton and ending in Indianapolis this year on April 6th. It's going to be fast. It's going to be intense. And there's going to be definitely some madness. You excited?
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think this is going to be a good tourney.
Lots
of teams can win it.
Where are you headed for your Thursday, Friday fiesta?
Well, Friday for sure because UT's playing. And so Friday will be probably at the Wild Boar, Taylor.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm going to see if they've got their crap together. They have all the TVs working like they should. I'm going to the Wild Boar. If they don't, I'm getting up and going to the Wild Wing.
There you go. You're going to get wild.
4 TVs going on, man.
You're going to get wild at one of those places. I think Trevor's coming over on Friday, and we're going to watch all the games. Thursday I'm working. So,
yep.
Let's jump right into it. Number one seeds this year. Duke, overall number one seed in the East. Florida Gators in the South. They are the defending championships. Arizona Wildcats in the West, and the Michigan Wolverines are in the Midwest. Just off the bat, who do you like out of those four potentially reaching the Final Four and potentially winning the national championship?
Well, all four of them are really good, Taylor.
I know. And I've watched, the only team I haven't watched this year is Florida. I've watched a lot of Duke games. I've watched a lot of the Arizona games, and I've watched a lot of Michigan games early on when they were beating teams by 40. Yeah, good teams by 40.
Florida's really good. They've got two good guards again, and they've got those. I think they just rotate four big guys in.
Nice.
That Huff kid, Conlon. I'm not going to get all their names, but they could all shoot it. And they could all go to the rim. They rebound, and I don't like their coach, so I'm not a Florida guy. But they're good. All those teams are good. Out of all four of them, the only thing that Duke worries me because their bench is short.
Yeah, two of their players are hurt. Caleb Foster, he can potentially be back by the Final Four. He's got a fractured foot. And then another guy, one of their big dudes, he is hurt with foot soreness. So I thought is that they were just leaving them out of the ACC tournament. And then they're going to play him through March Madness and the big tournament. But Foster is definitely out for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens there.
And the other Boozer boys been playing really good point for him. But that's my only worry on Duke. Honestly, if they were all healthy, if they had their full complement, I think they were definitely the team to beat.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree. Let's jump into that East region. Just an absolute deadly region. Have you looked at any of the regions? Have you looked at any of the brackets?
I looked. I watched the show yesterday, but yeah, the East is loaded.
The East region, the top seed is the Blue Devils. Difficulty level, I gave them a 9.5 out of 10. The region of death, because it has contenders like Duke, Connecticut, Michigan State, Kansas, with sleeper potential Cinderella stories from St. John's, who won 19 out of their last 20 games. UConn.
Yeah.
You got USC, and then you got...
Yeah, well, UCLA.
UCLA, yeah.
Yeah, well, and St. John's beat UConn twice in a row.
I know. They beat them twice in a row. They've won 19 of their last 20 games. I don't know. This is an absolutely stacked region, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, Kansas and St. John's are going to meet in the second round.
Yeah, and a lot of people have St. John's moving on.
Yeah,
a lot of people are picking.
Louisville's Louisville's pretty good too.
Yeah,
but yeah, a lot of people are picking St. John's. I think St. John's. It all comes down to how the referees let them play. They are
they're physical,
brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, they think Tennessee's physical. They think it's a hack fest. I mean, they literally play like the old Knicks, I think. It's like foul everybody and make the refs call a whole bunch of fouls. But beyond that, and then you got UConn. They're still UConn. Yeah, that is loaded. And, Izzo's got his boys playing again. So,
yeah. No, you are totally right. Duke, elite defense, and stacked with young talent, including the Boozer twins. Duke has been a top 5 on offensive production and defensive production all year. They have, I think, 17 out of their 31 wins are quad 1 wins. They stacked their schedule at the beginning of the year, just absolutely crazy, with Michigan State, with Kansas. They've played these guys already. So it's going to be very fun to watch that. Connecticut is a tournament. It's just a tournament team. They have depth. Hurley knows how to coach. He really knows how to get those guys going. And then you got Michigan State, like you said, classic March team with a strong guard play. And then the Kansas Jayhawks, they have potentially the number 1 pick in the NBA draft next year, which I don't think he's going to be. He's sat out half of his games this year. And he's actually leaning or hinting that he might be coming back. So, but St. John's, you have at a 5 seed, and
Kansas 4.
Yep, Kansas 4. South Florida, people have South Florida going quite a ways. They're an 11 seed. So we'll see. Who do you like? If Duke survives this region, are they going to be battle tested enough to win the whole tournament?
Oh, if they come through all that, they're going to have to run. They'll run into a Florida or somebody maybe later, in the Final Four maybe or something. But
Duke has the easiest route to the Sweet 16. They're not.
Who does?
Duke. They really aren't playing anyone up in those first 2 rounds. To the Sweet 16, Duke has the easiest route.
They've got Ohio State.
Ohio State is the only team that they have to
you're right.
compete with.
Good call. I'm sorry.
So there's a good chance that Duke is going to make the Sweet 16. People are also saying that Siena is the most likely to pull an upset on a 16-1.
Really?
Yeah, due to some statistics and some yearly stat stuff that I didn't really jump into. But
unless one of these, my theory on all that is, unless that number 1 team just literally feels the pressure, and really just doesn't, plays like crap, and even then, the 16's got to play great.
Oh yeah, they do. They have to play out of their mind.
And the thing with Duke this year, you said it earlier, is their defense. They defend. They truly defend. They always said that Duke played really good defense, and I always, it was all right. But this year, they really, really defend.
Yeah.
And if they get Dumba back, so they can rotate those bigs through, I think they're going to be hard to beat.
I would agree. Let's move on to the South region. Florida Gators are the top region over there. 7 out of 10. It's balanced but manageable. The defending champs with the favorable path compared to the East. So a lot easier for Florida. You got Florida, Houston, Illinois, Iowa State, which were all teams that were Iowa State, Houston, and Florida were all up there within the top 5 for most of the year. And then the Fighting Illini, they elite offense efficiency. They can hoop. So that's a challenge.
Yeah. Illinois' deal, I think they've kind of run into a little rough patch here, but I think Illinois is a lot of offense. I don't know how defensive they are. I think if they run into a Houston, I don't think they've got the chops to beat them, and they're going to have to go through Houston. And then, I guess technically, if everything's chalk, if it all comes up, just everybody wins. I watched both of those Duke North Carolina games.
Yeah.
I'm not that impressed with North Carolina, but they're going to be good enough to play with Illinois.
They have a big injury though. He's out for the rest of the year. Someone hurt his wrist. I don't know the kid, but he was out.
Oh no! The Carolina guy.
He was out for the whole ACC tournament, and they are a sleeper. Yeah. Because they do have a high ceiling and their shooting, if their shooting gets hot, but I think that's going to hurt them.
That's going to hurt him a ton because that Caleb Wilson, I think was his name.
Yeah.
Wilson or Williams. Anyway.
Possible Cinderellas.
Him being gone, because he's their best player.
Yeah. Possible Cinderellas. We got the Yale Bulldogs. That's my Cinderella prediction there. Smart, discipline, Ivy teams often upset other teams. So it happens almost every single year. So.
Yeah.
Who's Florida's biggest threat, you think?
Houston.
Do you think their defense is going to start slowing down that pace, or are they going to play like St. John's and just chaos.
I think yeah.
Because it was chaos last year.
Yeah, Houston's defense this year is a little not as good as it was, but they're a better scoring team.
Okay.
So I think they're tough enough to hang with Florida. I think they're going to put enough pressure on them. Although, I mean, there's good defense in the SEC. I mean, Tennessee plays it, and but anyway,
I think the SEC.
But I think Houston. I don't think Illinois has got the juice to beat them.
I think
Vandy. I mean, maybe. I mean, if they get just hotter than hot, but I think Houston's a team that is their biggest threat, and they're not meeting until the Elite Eight. So we'll see.
True. I think the SEC had the most teams this year again, followed by the Big Ten, and then followed by the ACC, which doubled their teams from last year. They only had 3 teams last year. I think they got in 6 or 7 this year. I can't remember.
Yeah. SEC was 10.
Okay.
For sure. And then I think they were, and maybe did the Big Ten didn't have 10, did they?
No, I don't think they did.
I think the SEC had the most, and then the Big Ten and the ACC
we're kind of close.
The Big 12 are right behind them with like 9 or something.
Gotcha. Yeah. Speaking of the Big 12, the West region, Arizona Wildcats got the 3 overall seed, so they are the top seed in that region.
Yep.
8 out of 10 difficulty level, I would say. Arizona is dominant, but they have some serious threats in the second weekend. Who's Arizona's biggest threat come the second weekend? Gonzaga, Louisville, Liberty I have here as a sleeper potentially. What do you think?
Oh, okay, yeah, Gonzaga the second weekend, yeah. I've watched the Zags a couple times this year, and they're good, but I don't think they're Gonzaga teams of the past.
No,
they still won 30 games. They were 30-3. I mean, when it comes right down to it, I really think it's Gonzaga and Purdue on the bottom down there.
Yeah, Purdue. Okay, nice.
Clark Kellogg, did you see it? Kellogg has got Purdue winning it all.
Does he?
He does.
That doesn't surprise me.
But I mean, Whiskey Bucky doesn't have enough to play with them. If Arkansas really, if they could play some defense, maybe a little bit, they might make a run at him in the Sweet 16. But nah, it's Gonzaga and Purdue on the bottom there.
Okay.
And again, they're not going to meet until at least the Elite Eight. But I think Arizona's going to walk right into the Elite Eight.
You leaving Louisville out of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Louisville's all right, but unless they just go nuts, unless they just absolutely go crazy, they're not going to do anything.
Sleeper teams, and a lot of sleeper teams are they rely on being extremely hot or extremely cold. Well, they have to be extremely hot to win, obviously. Liberty Flames, they have great shooting and could potentially have a great first weekend run. And that's what you need at this time of the year. It's how hot can you get at what time. So but speaking of three-point shooting, Arizona's three-point shooting is very inconsistent and could become a problem. So if they don't shoot it well, even though they're big and physical and they have a lot of big guards that can do stuff, they could get in trouble. Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. There are a lot of people that claim High Point is going to give Wisconsin a run the first round.
Okay.
And actually, someone said, I don't know if it's good old Seth, what's his name?
Greenberg.
Someone said Queens has a chance to even give Purdue a little bit of a run, but I don't think that's the case. I think Purdue's too big and too physical for them. I just don't think that'll happen, but that's just me.
Well, it comes down to any team can win at any time. It's like, how focused are these good teams? And I think you've already said it. It's like, they have to come in the play because they are the lower seeds aren't. If they win, they win, which is amazing. And if they lose, it's like, okay, they were expected to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's literally zero pressure.
There you go. Zero pressure. Yeah.
On any of the teams, like 1 through 6 seeds.
Yeah.
I say have pressure on them. but after that, yeah, I agree. It's like those teams come in and just play loose as a goose, and especially those teams. And I don't know, there's always one team that all they do is shoot threes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All they, they just launch and they're really good shoot. And if you don't have the plan to do it, there's issues. But
Yeah.
but
No,
I think
you're totally
Arizona's
right.
got I think Arizona's got a cakewalk into the Sweet 16. Frankly,
All right.
and then they're going to hit it.
Let's move on to that Midwest region. Well, where's Tennessee playing? What region are they in?
Tennessee's playing in the Midwest.
Okay, cool. Let's get into it. Michigan Wolverines, the number 4 overall seed with that 1 seed in the Midwest region. Difficulty level 7.5 out of 10. It's a very balanced region with multiple teams that could realistically win it. Because Michigan, even though they were beating teams by like 40 earlier in the year, they kind of went on a really bad lull, and they lost to some Big Ten teams that they probably shouldn't have lost to. Yeah. But you got Michigan, you got Nebraska, who just started the year hot. Who knows if they're going to get hot again? And then you got Tennessee, and then I must have been wrong. I had Purdue in this bracket, but they're not. So Tennessee, Nebraska, Michigan. My sleeper is the Belmont Bruins, historically dangerous with the mid-major offense, which is a very disciplined and drag it out kind of offense. So who do you have in this Midwest region? And talk about Tennessee. What do you think they're going to do this year?
I think Tennessee is going to get to another Sweet 16.
Okay. Which would be their 4th in a row?
They got to, in truth, they got to play Virginia, but I think they can play with Virginia. I really do. Yeah. I think
Virginia looked nice against Duke. Virginia looked really nice against Duke. They had Duke kind of frantically playing defense and running all over the place, but again, Duke was just too big.
Yeah. If it's UT and if it's Virginia, it's the same with Tennessee all the time. Their defense is going to be there.
Yeah. If
they can score consistently, they're going to be all right. And that may sound like that's every team, but I've watched these guys, people. They haven't had the real scoring droughts that they had in the past couple years sometimes, but everything's going to be healthy. Amen's healthy. Gillespie, I think, is going to have a good run. I think they're going to beat Virginia. I really do. And then, then they get Iowa State is down at the bottom. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I messed that up. I thought Iowa State was in the South region, and they are not.
Nope, they're in the Midwest. Yep.
That's something. Yeah, you got Michigan, Gonzaga, Texas Tech has been playing well. Alabama, you never know. Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, Iowa State. Yeah, that's a pretty good region, but I could see anyone coming out of this. I would agree.
Yeah, I think they got a good shot. I hope they make another Sweet 16 at least, but that means you got to beat Virginia. But still,
if not Tennessee, who do you think is coming out of this region?
Well, unfortunately, because I'm not a Michigan guy at all.
Yeah.
But the way they play and they're big and they can shoot it and stuff, I think Michigan's coming out of there. Iowa State, if they play their game, I think could come out. I really do. I watched that Iowa State Houston game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Iowa State's good. I mean, they got a couple of good kids that can shoot it. They got some big kids, and they're fun to watch actually. But and I'm hoping Santa Clara can knock off Kentucky.
Yep. I like that.
Just because. But I think Santa Clara is playing. And if the thing with Bama, Taylor, I mean, they got to play Texas Tech, but Texas Tech, Toppin kid's hurt.
Yeah,
I saw gone.
That. Saw that.
That's sort of like Carolina to me. If he's there, they can make a run.
Yeah.
But if he's, they're good, but without him, they're just not the same.
I would say this region can produce the most unexpected Final Four team. You never know who could potentially come out of this. And again, if Tennessee's hot, I guess we're Tennessee homers, but if they're hot, you never know what could happen.
Well, exactly. And I mean, they've beat Houston this year. They've lost, they lost to Kentucky twice. It's like, how does that happen? But, they gave a big lead on one. But anyway, it's just, if they play a normal flow game, I think they can do it. And then Yeah, I mean, Texas Tech. I just don't think Texas Tech's got the juice without Toppin. Alabama, as much as I don't like Nate Oates either, is they score so damn many points. I mean, if they get going,
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
they put
again.
up like 90 last year, and I think they lost, didn't they? Who'd they lose to?
Well, yeah, someone beat them, but that's the whole thing. They
Yeah.
don't really defend. But the bottom line is, you got to stop them. I mean, they're going to score.
True.
They're going to score 80 to 100 points a night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
out of these Cinderellas, who do you think has the best chance of getting the furthest? St. John's, South Florida, Liberty, Belmont, Yale.
Oh, St. John's. I don't even consider St. John's a Cinderella really out of 5, but
are they at a 5?
Yeah, they're a 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Every year there's always one, right? There's always one team that.
Well, last year was NC State, the 11th seed. They went to the Final Four.
Yeah, there's always that one team that just gets hot, and some people claim that Utah State has a chance, and they're playing Villanova up on top in the West. That's like a 9. That's an 8-9. So that's really not but some people say Utah State, I've heard.
Okay.
Where else? There's the Santa Clara, who came out of, Gonzaga's, side. They're pretty good. And you know what? Who else I heard? The dreaded 12-5, right? The 12-5 is
there's always a few.
People claim that McNeese State, who is in the South, who's playing Vandy, people claim that McNeese State has a shot to beat them.
I think McNeese won a couple last year.
Yeah,
I think they were trying to play to get into the Sweet 16, or maybe they even made it. I can't remember. My very quick analytical predictions: Duke out of the East, Houston out of the South, Arizona out of the West, Michigan out of the Midwest. Championship game, I got Duke, Arizona. Championship pick, I am riding with Duke, obviously. Yeah. They've been the best team statistically all year, and they lost one tough game in Carolina, at Carolina. And they've been just doing everything ever since. So,
yeah. Honestly, Taylor, I haven't got that far. When we get to the Sweet 16 again.
Yeah.
But just looking at it, I would agree with. I'm going to actually take Purdue. Looking at Purdue, the way they played yesterday, if they play like that, I think they're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, you got them going.
Yeah.
Going to the whole thing.
I think Purdue. Not the whole thing.
Okay.
I think Purdue's. They might. I think they might make the Final Four. They might knock off Arizona. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Arizona, Purdue out of there. This is chalk. 1 and 2. But and I think really the same thing. As much as I'd love to go, oh come on Vols. I don't think they got. I don't know. I don't think they can get all the way to the Final Four. But I would say Michigan and or Iowa State again out of the Midwest.
Gotcha.
I'd love Houston. I'm not a Houston guy, but I don't want Florida in there. I don't want a repeat champ.
Gotcha. Yeah. Duke does have the best defense in the field, multiple NBA level players, and number 1 overall seed momentum, and Shire really has those guys playing together. Here is my bold upset prediction. St. John's will make an Elite 8 run or better.
Oh, yeah. That means they got to beat Duke if they're going to go better. They're going to get to they got to beat Duke to beat. I know. Get there.
It's a bold. That's why it's bold.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why it's bold.
I don't know if I got anybody really like that, Taylor, to make that kind of a run. At least not right now off the top of my head.
To end this evening, we're going to zoom through the brackets, pops, and then we're going to get back on when the Sweet 16 is figured out, when the Elite 8 is figured out, when the Final Four and the National Championship is figured out as well. We'll see if Trevor and Matt want to join on any of these, but it might just be me and you again this March, which is fine.
Oh, really? Well, that's fine, but tell the boys to get with it. Let's go.
We might have to.
Come on.
Duke Siena, starting in the East.
Duke.
Ohio State, TCU.
I'm taking TCU.
St. John's, Northern Iowa.
St. John's.
Kansas, Cal Baptist.
Kansas.
Louisville, South Florida.
People think South Florida, but nope, Louisville.
Okay. Michigan State, North Dakota State.
Yep, Michigan State.
UCLA, UCF.
I would love to pick. Have you seen UCLA play at all this year?
No. Actually,
neither have I.
Did I watch the Big Ten semifinal game? No, I didn't. No.
Purdue beat them. I don't really know how good UCLA is. I am actually going to go UCF there.
Deal. UConn or who is that? Furman.
People think that Furman can give them a game. I don't think so.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun, but nope, UConn.
Going down to the south, Florida or the play-in?
Florida.
Lehigh and PVAMU. Clemson, Iowa?
I'm taking the Hawkeyes, if you can believe that.
Wow. Mark it down here first, folks.
That's right.
Picking Iowa. Right. Vanderbilt or McNeese?
Vandy.
Nebraska, Troy?
Nebraska.
North Carolina, VCU?
Carolina in this game.
Illinois, Penn?
Illinois.
Speaking of Penn, we can hear you clicking, just so you know.
Oh, sorry.
St. Mary's or Texas A&M?
I'm taking St. Mary's.
Okay. Houston or Idaho?
Houston.
We're going to go straight across to the Midwest. Michigan or the play-in?
Oh, okay. Michigan.
Georgia, St. Louis?
People think St. Louis can give them a game too. I'm going to go big school, small school. I'm going Georgia there.
Okay. Texas Tech, Akron?
Texas Tech.
Alabama or Hofstra?
Alabama.
You sticking with the Vols?
Oh, yeah, UT.
No matter what. Miami, Ohio, who barely got into the tournament going 31-1.
We should talk about that. That's ridiculous.
We can do that later.
That
Tennessee
is ridiculous.
Or SMU.
They should have made it without any issue. Anyway, I'm going UT.
Yeah, that's something that we have to bring up in future things. Virginia or Wright State?
Virginia.
Kentucky or Santa Clara?
I'm going with the Broncos, baby. I'm going Steve Nash.
All right.
Santa Clara.
All righty. Tennessee State or Ohio State? Iowa State, sorry.
Iowa State.
Deal. We're going to fly up to the west. Arizona, Long Island.
Arizona.
Villanova, Utah State.
I'm taking Utah State.
Love it. Wisconsin or High Point?
Wisconsin.
Arkansas, Hawaii.
Arkansas.
BYU, Texas or NC State?
Going with the Mormons, BYU.
Okay. Gonzaga, Kenshaw State. Okay.
Zags.
Miami or Missouri?
I'm going to take Missouri only for the fact that they play pretty hard, and I have not even seen Miami of Florida play. So
okay,
I'm going 10-7 there. I'm going Missouri.
Purdue or Queens?
Purdue.
Love it. Let's stay in this bracket, the West. Arizona or Utah State to make it to the Sweet 16?
Arizona.
And then Wisconsin, Arkansas?
Wisconsin's playing well, but I'm going to go with Arkansas.
BYU, Gonzaga?
The Zags.
Missouri, Purdue?
Purdue.
All righty. We're going to go straight across. Work with the East region. Duke, TCU.
Duke.
St. John's, Kansas.
St. John's going to be Kansas.
Louisville, Michigan State.
Michigan State.
UFC, UConn.
UConn.
We're going to go straight down. Florida, Iowa.
Florida.
Vandy, Nebraska.
I'm taking Vandy over Nebraska.
Okay.
Even though Nebraska's playing well, I haven't seen them play all year, and I've seen Vandy play a bunch.
North Carolina, Illinois.
Illinois.
St. Mary's or Houston?
Houston.
All right. So your Sweet 16 is Houston, Illinois, Vanderbilt, Florida, UConn, Michigan State, St. John's, Duke, Arizona, Arkansas, Gonzaga, Purdue. And then we have to actually get over to, the Midwest, guys. Michigan or Georgia?
Michigan.
So Michigan's in the Sweet 16. Texas Tech or Alabama?
Bama.
Bama's in the Sweet 16. Virginia or Tennessee?
I gotta go Homer there. I'm gonna take the Vols.
You sticking with the Broncos of Santa Clara, or are you going with Iowa State?
No, Iowa State, the Clones.
Love it.
Going with the Clones.
Now for the Elite Eight. Let's make it. Let's stay in the Midwest. Tennessee or Iowa State?
As much as I would love to go with the Vols there, I'm gonna go with Iowa State.
All righty.
In this bracket, in the way too soon bracket, Taylor.
Yeah, this is this is just the way too soon rapid fire bracket.
That's right.
Alabama or Michigan?
Michigan.
Deal. We're going straight up. Purdue, Gonzaga.
Purdue.
I love it. Arkansas, Arizona.
Arizona.
We're going to go straight across. Duke, St. John's.
Duke.
And then we drop to Michigan State, UConn.
I'm going to go with Izzo.
I like that.
Michigan State.
Yeah. Same. We've been pretty agreeable so far. I haven't really chimed in to pick something different. Florida, Vanderbilt.
Florida.
Okay. And then we have Illinois, Houston.
Houston.
Deal. Your final four is going to come down to Florida, Houston. Who do you got?
I'm picking.
This is for the Elite Eight, I should say. Playing in the Elite Eight to make it to the Final Four.
I'm taking Houston.
Love it. Straight up, Duke, Michigan State, which would be a rematch from a game earlier this year where Duke pounded Michigan State.
Yeah, and again, I'm hoping I want Duke's full complement or an almost full complement there. I think Duke. I don't think they can guard Boozer or that Evans kid. So Duke.
Got it. Arizona or Purdue? You sticking with your Purdue comment?
I'm going with Purdue for the fact I don't like Arizona. Lute Olson still is in my brain. I do not like Arizona.
He's been gone forever.
I know.
Love it.
Doesn't matter.
Michigan State or Iowa? Or Michigan or Iowa State?
I'm going with the Clones.
Okay.
They can play with them.
So you're way too early. Final four is Duke, Houston, Purdue, Iowa State. We have Duke and Houston on one side. Who are you taking?
I'm with you on the Dukies. I'm going to go upstate with you.
And then Purdue and Iowa State, two number 2 seeds.
That's a toughie. They're like the same team.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to stay with the Big Ten roots. Give me Purdue.
Okay. Purdue, Duke in the final. Who do you got?
Duke wins it.
Duke wins it. Love it. There you go, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. We are going to come at you with a lot more March Madness here. We're going to break down some of the games and go from there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.